So anyway, hi. Welcome to Babble and Bullshit, Hopeless and Bitter, a podcast where a hopeless romantic and a bitter asshole, we'll let you guess which one is which, give you unsolicited dating advice.
Yeah. Because let's be honest, some of y'all need it.
Oh God, you so need it just so badly. Jesus Christ.
The reason I wanted to do this, and I think the reason that Lil agreed, is so many of you out there, and I think I will include myself in this on occasion, definitely want to be in happy relationships and have no idea how. It's like watching people stumble drunk in the dark. And the worst part is that there is someone at the end of that tunnel, like waving a flashlight, trying to get you to like figure out where to go, and you can't. So we're gonna be your drunk guide in this silly little journey of yours.
Yeah.
Because cannot tell you the number of dating. Like I could spend the next 8 hours just going through dating horror stories of my own, and most of them, 50% of them, are because of my own stupidity. The other half
you're
is,
pretty stupid.
I am.
You have terrible taste.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Very much are not. And to whichever one of my exes is listening to this, yes, I meant you. And I mean, the other half is their fault, obviously. People are in relationships. It's literally a fucking partnership.
No one person is to blame.
Yeah, well, there are exceptions. But
okay. Well, yes, there are exceptions, but for the most part, like.
So we figured we would do a little podcast and talk about dating. Take your questions, hear your stories. Basically, we're gonna try to figure out dating with you. And
because we still haven't figured it out.
Yeah. Now, here's a little disclaimer at the top. We will be giving advice. Whether or not it's good advice will be up to you to decide. Whether or not you follow that advice, again, do at your own risk.
Yeah. We are not professionals by any means.
By any means. So, this is simply our personal opinions. That's the end of it. What you do with them is up to you.
Yeah.
I don't want to get comments like, you told me to do this and that. No. I didn't tell you to do a damn thing. No.
I'm just going to give you suggestions.
What you do with those suggestions is completely on you. I'm really hoping we get some like train wreck stories in the comments.
Oh God, please give me just like the worst stories.
Oh yeah.
We'll tell your stories and we won't use your real name if you don't want us to. Obviously. We like anonymity.
Yeah. We say as we're literally on video.
I didn't say me. We respect anonymity.
That's better.
But yeah, we love reading horror stories, so please give us those. Or if you want genuine advice, we will do our best to provide it to you. We're not professionals, like I said. I have 2 degrees in psychology. I don't have a license. So
yeah, I
can't be your therapist.
I have a degree in theater production. You don't want any help from me. So like I'm sorry. There is no group of people on this earth that are less capable of handling a committed relationship than theater people.
That's true.
Like we are a genuinely weird breed. And
yeah.
Fun fact. Most shows, depending on the age range of the cast, obviously, will quickly become highly incestuous places. They just will. You spend that much time with people all the time, it's just gonna happen.
That's true.
Like, it is. Seriously, for a lot of people, their only dating requirement is proximity. Like, that's it. And which is idiotic.
I know people like that.
Oh, so do I, and it's infuriating.
Yeah, it's like, you're nearby.
Yeah, I'm like, hold up, you two have been together for this long because you happen to be near each other? What? Like, really? Like,
really?
I mean, it's so confusing. So we thought we'd start out today by diving into our own dating histories a little bit and telling you some of our own horror stories, which I know I have some good ones. I've heard a couple of your good ones.
Most of them revolve around men being atrocious to me and telling me to kill myself when I tell them, no, I don't want to drink. So
Honestly,
that's great. Could you maybe don't do that?
I would apologize for men, but like I would never stop. Like, there's like, dude, some of y'all give the rest of us a real bad name, and I'm fucking tired of it.
My biggest question in life is, why men?
Believe me, I asked the same thing frequently.
Just why? Just why men?
Because stupid. There's like that's
Because they have two heads and not enough blood to run to both at the same time.
Rest in peace, Robin Williams. Robin Williams is a treasure.
He was.
But yeah, so like I said, we're gonna dive into this a little bit, and this is gonna be mostly us just roasting the entire institution of dating.
Yeah, because it's stupid.
We're both pretty much the same page with that.
Yeah.
But yeah, we would very much encourage you to submit questions, your own horror stories. We promise to protect anonymity at all times. Clearly not our own, but yeah. And this can be a great place for you to vent about your dating problems.
Yeah.
Because we're here to find the funny in it. And
Because dating's really funny.
it can and once you find the humor and stuff in stuff that's in painful stuff, you really do start to heal. Like
once you find the humor in trauma.
I know how to do that.
We're real good at dark humor.
But yeah, there is humor in everything.
Yes.
And once you're able to find it, then you can start to process better.
Yeah.
I will give you a fun example. When I was in college, I was dating a woman who went to a nearby university. Mm-hmm. We dated for a year-ish, something like that. We got to like the end of the school year. We met at the beginning of the previous summer. Got to the end of the school year, and I had finals. So did she. And we basically agreed, like, hey, we're not going to talk a lot during finals week. We're both going to be just buried in this. Finals end for me, so I shoot her a text. Hey, how are finals going? Or something to that effect. Like, yeah. Because my finals ended on Wednesday. Hers didn't end until Friday. So I was like, yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah, well, downside, all of mine got crammed into 3 days.
Yeah.
Downside, and this is, again, a downside, hers got spaced out over the whole week. Not sure which is worse. They both suck.
That sounds terrible on either end.
Yeah, they're both awful.
Yeah.
They're terrible choices. I shoot her a text, no response. I'm like, she's studying. Not a big deal.
No problem.
Friday comes and goes. I figure, as I would be, she's taking her last final, gone home, face planted into her couch, and is planning on waking up till Sunday.
I mean,
that's what I would have done.
That's the same, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm like, no, this is no worries.
Yeah, either that or chugged a bottle of bourbon.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Again,
It's
no,
finally over.
yeah, no judgments. That's fucking what I would have done.
Yeah.
That's what I did do. But then Monday rolls around, and then Tuesday, and then Wednesday.
And you still heard nothing?
Still haven't heard from her. Then we're into the next weekend.
Oh God.
At this point, I'm getting a little like I'm worried.
Concerned, yeah.
I'm not thinking, oh, she's cheating on me. Oh, I'm getting ghosted. I'm like,
she's dead.
is she okay? Like,
Right,
yeah, because
Worst case scenario.
well, young me was very stupid and trusting. I
Ju-
cured myself of that problem.
Just young you?
I know better most of the time now.
Okay.
I
All
say
right.
most of the time to allow for my own stupidity. So I'm getting concerned.
Sure.
So I drive up to her apartment. She's not there. I'm like, okay, well, she and her friends usually go to this bar. Maybe she's over there.
Okay.
So I go, and this is not a, like, I'm going to catch her in the act kind of thing. No.
You were literally concerned that something had happened.
I was looking for her friends to be like, hey, have you guys seen her? Is
Yeah.
she alive?
Have you talked to her?
Yeah.
Anything? Yeah.
I pull up to the bar. Well, I see her sitting there in a car. I'm like, oh, good. She's fine.
Okay. Oh no.
You know where this is going.
Oh no. Go ahead.
I know she's with one of her friends in the car.
Sure.
Again, this is not weird. Like,
Not.
yeah,
Not.
she got
it's
a ride
totally
to the bar.
Normal thing. Yeah.
Yeah, she got a ride to the bar. That's not weird. And I was like, oh, good. She's fine. She's with someone that I know who is her friend. Great. That's perfect. He also happens to be a dude. I don't care about that. Young me was not the jealous type. Old me doesn't care at all. So I'm just too tired to give a shit.
Right.
And so I get out of my car and I start walking over there. You know me. I'm not the like, in public, like everyone look at me type. Like it's just not me. I pull up my phone to shoot her a text. All of a sudden I see her lean over. They start just eating each other's faces. And I'm like, okay. That answers basically every question I had. I am no longer confused. So I'm like, all right, phone back in the pocket.
I'm going to go back to the car.
Back to my car. Home I go. Went to my favorite bar instead, and the bartender told the bartender what happened. He put a I love this. He put a pint glass of bourbon on the bar, and with one hand on it went, "Give me your car keys."
You're going to need this, buddy.
And he wouldn't let me take the bourbon until I'd handed over my keys.
That's fair.
So we traded, and I proceeded to black the fuck out.
Oh, God.
He drove me home.
Okay, that's good.
And that was honestly, right for finals week was the last time I ever heard from her. We've not spoken since.
So that's how you split?
Yeah.
It was just like,
yeah,
bye.
She ghosted me, and then I caught her with another dude, which she didn't know about, and we've never spoken since.
Wow. So I guess technically you didn't break up though.
No,
because you never had the conversation.
No, but it was clearly done. Like there's no ambiguity there. Yeah. And honestly, most guys get all butthurt when they get dumped. I honestly kind of appreciate it. If the person I'm with is not feeling the relationship anymore, I'd rather them tell me that than, I don't know, well, either ghost me, which is just annoying. Come on. Use your words like a big kid.
Sure.
Like,
I have ghosted somebody. But not because of that. I ghosted this person because if I ask you to stop sending me pictures of your penis and you don't stop sending me pictures of your penis, I'm going to ghost you. Because at that point, there is nothing more for me to say.
Okay, you know what?
You just bonked yourself.
I did. I absolutely did. And your story is distracting me.
Well, I mean, it's common sense. If I literally tell you, hey, could you please stop sending me photos? Like, I don't want them. I've already told you I'm not interested anymore. So, like, stop. And then you continue to send me pictures of your penis. Like, don't you miss this? No, I don't.
So
I fucked you one time and you would not shut up the entire fucking time we were having sex. Like, stop talking. I literally, like, I shit you not, like, dude kept talking and I eventually just put my hand on his mouth. Like, I was on top and I just went, shh. And just, I went, I need you to stop talking because you're very annoying.
Oh, God.
And I need you to not say words. All I need you to do is shut the fuck up and let me have your penis inside me. Now, I don't want it because you won't stop talking. And then when I said, okay, well, that was fun, I'm leaving. And then after 2 weeks of me not saying anything to you because I was like, that was not a good time.
Well, that's also the definition of a one-night stand. It's done.
Yeah, exactly.
It's done.
Yeah, exactly. Like, that was it. That's all I wanted, and it was not that good. So I'm going to go now. And he continued to text me and send me pictures. And I'm like, I'm not interested. Like, we did this, and I'm done, and I don't want it anymore because you will not stop. And he, oh my God, he would not stop. And so eventually, like, I had to block his number.
Yeah. See, that's different. That was you getting harassed, basically.
Yeah, like, I set a boundary, you crossed that boundary, I ghosted, you kept crossing the boundary, and then I had to block your number.
So,
like,
to every guy listening, let me go ahead and break some news for you. There is not a woman alive who is turned on by the sight of your naked junk. I'm sorry. It's
unless
true.
I am asking for it, unless I literally specifically go, let me see your dick.
Yeah.
Like, don't show me your dick.
Because there is not... You will never meet a woman who's sitting at home going, I can't decide what to do tonight. Do I go out with my girlfriends, drink some wine, or stay home clean? And then gets a dick pic and goes, that's what I want to do.
I just want to look at this penis.
Yeah.
Like,
It's not gonna, no.
no woman,
No.
no femme presenting person
Yeah.
wants to just see your dick. Like,
Yeah.
again, if I'm asking for it,
There.
then please send me
yeah.
pictures of your penis. But I don't want you to just send it to me all willy-nilly.
Let's clarify for anyone listening. That was not Lil asking for pictures of anyone's penis.
Do not I don't want to see your penis. For the record, please do
Figure
not.
that was worth saying. out
Yeah,
loud.
I don't want to see your penis. Please don't.
I figured that was worth saying out loud. But like, seriously, there's like every dude has at least a couple dick pics on his phone.
Well, yeah.
No, I won't say every. People are not a monolith, so the majority.
A good chunk of dudes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will, however, say that they shouldn't be pictures you send frequently. Like, these should be in the moment when the conversation naturally goes there. If somebody you're talking to does ask for them, then yes.
Yeah.
But never unsolicited. That is just...
It's so weird. Like, unless there is an understanding there. Like, I've never just sent naked pictures of myself to somebody, like, unsolicited. If we start having an understanding of like,
yes.
We want to bang,
There you go.
then that's when I'm like, so nudie pics? And then that's when person goes, yes, please. And I'm like, nudies. And I mean, like, I don't really care about showing my body. I have several magazines published with me naked inside of them. So
But there's also that
I don't care.
There's also that like consensual moment between you and somebody else.
Correct,
that
yeah.
You've agreed that you're okay sending nude pictures back and forth.
Yeah.
And
But-
so
But also, on the same token, if I am sending you pictures of my body, you better be sending pictures of your body back.
that's just fair.
That's just fair.
Yeah.
I had that happen. Like, where I was sending nudes and I got nothing in return. And I'm like, oh, no. That's not how this works.
That's not fair at all.
No. If I'm sending pictures, I better get pictures back.
Yeah.
Like, it is fair game.
It's
Like,
polite.
yeah. Like, if I'm being kind enough by sending you pictures and sometimes videos if I'm feeling really nasty,
Or if you've had enough sleep, let's be honest.
sleep or wine.
Yeah. Because I could very much picture you sitting home going, I mean, I could make a video, but like, I have to get up early and like, I have to charge my phone. Like, I just don't like.
I just don't want to. I don't.
I can
feel
very
like it.
much see you doing that.
But I just expect that it's reciprocating.
Yeah.
You have to reciprocate that.
see, and this is the big. I have a friend who I, of course, will not name. Like I said, protecting anonymity. He's gay, and he refuses to use Grindr anymore. He said the reason is because every time he signs on, within 5 minutes, he has 7,000 dick pics.
Yeah.
He's like-
I've heard that that's a problem.
Yeah, and honestly, it's a site full of dudes. I'm not surprised. Like,
Fair. Yeah.
and he said he's like, no, I even put in my profile that I don't want those, like that I want conversation. He said he's been single for years. He's like, dude, I
He
really
wants to date.
yeah. He's like, I'm actually trying to use this for dating, which from what I
You
understand,
should
that's-
know better. Grindr is just for hookups.
honestly, and like from what I understand, it's like trying to use Tinder for dating. It's just like
Yeah.
you just don't do that.
Yeah.
Like it's not a but I do understand his frustration. He didn't give consent to receive these pictures from anybody,
Yeah, exactly.
and yet he's getting bombarded with them. You send those when you and the other person have explicitly agreed that you're okay both sending and receiving them.
Consent is mandatory.
And here's the thing. Consent is not just for intercourse. It's not just for sex.
No.
It's for
Everything.
all of it. And consent is an actual thing she says, not a feeling you have. She, he, whoever your partner is.
She, he, they.
Yeah. It does not matter who the partner is. It is a thing they say out loud, not a general feeling you have that they might be fine with it. got to get that out of the way. And seriously, how is consent this hard?
It really should not be difficult to understand that somebody has to say yes to anything.
Yeah, it's not hard.
And it's not just consent is sexy. No, consent is mandatory.
Yeah. Also,
So-
yes and no are kind of like the first things we teach little kids. Like,
Yeah. And
this is
consent,
not difficult.
Consent can also be taken away at any time.
Exactly. And again, this is like teaching little kids. If you don't play with your toys the right way, they can be taken away from you.
Yeah. Like if
That's wildly reductive, of
Yeah.
course, but still,
But, like-
it's a very basic concept.
yeah, even if like you are in the middle of an act, that person can say no. They can say, never mind.
Here's a good example from a friend of mine. So she was dating someone new. She's at the time was very inexperienced. Had one boyfriend her entire life.
Yeah.
And she basically, with her new boyfriend, was like, I'm willing to try some more stuff. And basically, they agreed that everything that she'd basically give permission as they went. So he'd try this and then do a little bit more, and she'd be like, okay, I'm good with that, and then they would do it that way.
Mm-hmm.
They hit a point where she said no. She's like, nope, you have found my limit.
Mm-hmm.
And like a decent human being, he went, cool, there it is, done. And he stopped.
Yeah.
Because that's what a decent human being does. But this is also important for just people in general. You need to know where your limits are.
Yep.
This is actually one thing that people who are big into kinks and fetishes will ask each other before they hook up is, what are your limits? And
There are soft limits and hard limits.
Yeah.
I was in the BDSM community for a little while.
well, usually people in that community are asking for, kink and fetish limits. But it's good to
It's
know.
a little bit of both.
Yeah. But even for people who are 100% just as vanilla as possible,
Which there is nothing wrong with vanilla,
nothing at all.
for the record. Like, not everyone needs a bear trap and being punched in the face to come. Like, that's not a thing for a lot of people. And being vanilla is
Yeah,
perfectly
seriously.
fine and acceptable when both people enjoy it.
Yeah, it's whatever
Just-
whatever does it for you. But
Yeah.
yeah. But it is important to ask your partner what their limits are.
Absolutely.
One, so that you're not surprised when they drop one on you. Because if like unexpected surprises during sex are just like, oh damn, fuck.
Nobody likes surprise butt
Yeah.
sex.
Yeah. Also,
That's a very dry hole. You
Yo.
can't just put it in.
everybody. Even if your partner has consented to vaginal sex, you must get separate consent for anal sex. I should not have to say these words out loud. You should know this.
If I am saying do not put it in my butt, that means don't put it in my butt. Like,
Which, again, we do speak the same English language.
yeah, that takes preparation.
That's clear. Like,
yeah. That takes a lot of preparation. Like, I don't think people understand is that butt sex, it's not like in porn where you can just like stick it in.
'Kay.
It's not like that.
let me go ahead and ruin a bunch of fantasies here. Porn is not real life.
What? How dare you?
Now, I'll be honest, they're actually having sex on it, which can
Most
be
of the time.
Yeah. But anyone who thinks that a woman will have an orgasm in less than 6 minutes because you saw it in a porn video,
That's not how that works.
no.
Okay, as a uterus haver, someone with a vagina.
Sorry. Uterus haver always gets me because the first time you said it, I was like, I mean,
I do have a uterus
that's a weird way to phrase it.
because
Like,
I don't identify as a woman
I know.
or
but-
a man.
But I did meet you when you did
I
identify as a
know.
woman.
I know,
So
because
when
I
you
was
first said uterus haver, I was like,
I was also
Hold
very
up, like-
I was also very stupid back then and dealing with a lot of things. I did have sex with you, so obviously my judgment not great. So
I mean, they're not wrong.
I am a non-binary individual, so I don't identify as either. But more to the point, I have a vagina. I am biologically female, so can confirm that it takes a lot more than just
Yeah, and porn is acting. They are acting. They are putting on a show for you to watch.
yeah, it's
That's
entertainment.
their job.
It's
Like,
entertainment. It is not real?
Now, that is not to say that there aren't women who, during a porn shoot, won't have an orgasm.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
I'm sure it happens.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Normally, it's when it's a lesbian scene.
Again, not surprising. Hey, guys.
It's almost as if two people who have the same parts
Know what those
how.
parts do?
Yeah,
Like-
they know how it works. So
I'm going to give a little bit of unsolicited advice here. And this is actually some of the best advice I ever got. If you are dating a female presenting person, someone with a vagina, and for the love of God, anyone, just don't say girl parts. We're not 12. Like,
vagina.
yeah, it's not a bad word. If you are dating someone with a vagina, you honestly go find a lesbian. Ask them how to do a good job. They will know, and honestly, your partner will appreciate it because you sought out information to do better.
Not only that, ask your partner.
That was going to be my second
Ask
point.
them.
Communicate, for the love of God.
Yeah. If you hear, okay, let me say this. If you are in the act and your partner, who happens to have a vagina, says, faster, don't stop, that means faster, don't stop. It's not
code.
some sort of code. It means faster, don't stop. If you take that as, I'm going to slow down. No, unless you have discussed edging, just make the person come.
Yeah. Also, and this is, I cannot stress this enough, actually something that I very much appreciate about you, more than anyone, for the love of God, give clear direction. Whatever the fuck you want, just say it.
Yes.
It's not hard. Also, the instructions don't need to be fucking like detailed map directions. Literally, do what you want done, the speed you want it done. Bleh.
Not hard.
That's it. You're done. That's
Yep.
it. Also, okay, and for anyone with a penis, yes, I know you hit a certain point where like, if I continue at this speed, I'm gonna have a stroke. Do what you can. Seriously,
if you need to pull out and go down, do that.
this is one of my.
It's okay.
I will never forget this moment as long as I live. I was visiting friends in Nashville a few years ago, right before the pandemic. And we're out for drinks, and this woman that I'd never met, who's a friend of one of my friends, she shows up and she's looking just furious. We're like, "What's
no.
wrong with you?" And she's like, "I went on a date last night, and I went back to his house, and like, oh my God, like, what happened?" And she's like, well, he said in his dating profile that he like really enjoyed oral sex, and I assumed that meant he liked giving it. No.
Oh no.
Turns out that he repeatedly told her that he loved giving it, and when the moment came, he just was like, nope. Let me go ahead and ask this question of you, just a simple yes or no.
Okay.
Would you say that the majority of female presenting people, honestly, I'm just going to say women, because that's honestly,
that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you say that the majority of women actually enjoy giving head?
No.
But they do it because they know their partners enjoy it.
Correct.
Yeah. Guys, I don't give a damn if you enjoy it or not. Your partner does. Fucking go down. It's not that hard. Like,
I've been with a guy who didn't, and so I looked at him and I said, cool, then you're not getting any.
yeah.
And
Like,
he was like, what do you mean? And I'm like, if you don't go down, I don't go down.
And-
It's common sense.
Yeah.
You got to reciprocate
if you
that shit.
expect it of your partner, you should be willing to do it yourself.
Exactly.
Like, and this is one of those moments where honestly, usually guys that are younger, like 20s,
Yeah.
will tend to be like, well, it's gross. It's not.
It's
like,
it's a vagina.
yeah, it's not.
I'm
Like,
gonna be real with you. I think penises are way more disgusting.
I have no frame. I've really only seen my own, so I have no frame of reference for that. Like, and honestly, this is another one I'm confused by, and I don't understand straight men who are freaked out by other penises. We are attached to one. Like, I see one every day.
I think it's more they're insecure in their own sexuality and they're scared that if they see a penis, they're gonna enjoy it. Which if you're watching porn.
Okay, this is paraphrasing a wonderful comedian named Lewis Black. If you don't know who he is, brilliant.
Love him.
would, when you're watching porn, you don't want to see some like slobby dude with like a it's like
small flaccid
soft
penis.
dick. Like no, you want the big throbbing hard cock, and that's true. You're watching porn. That's what you want.
Yep.
If that's not what turns you on about the scene, congratulations.
You're not gay.
Yeah, like
And
does,
if it is, that's all right. There's nothing wrong with liking a little bit of dick.
I have a
You're not choosing that, for the record.
Yeah.
'Cause sexuality can't be a choice. If sexuality were a choice, I would never voluntarily choose to be attracted to men. Not at all. I would be like, cool, I have no attraction. This is wonderful.
There's a guy I used to work with who basically said, he was like, yeah, I'm 90% straight. I definitely want to date women, sleep with women, eventually want to
Sure.
start a family with a woman. And he goes, but that other 10% is I can look at a dude and be like, damn, he's hot. And that's fair. Like, okay, here's the example that I like to use for this.
Yeah.
Even though he's not my favorite actor. Oh, damn.
Way to go.
What's his name?
job.
Aquaman.
Oh, Jason Momoa?
Yeah.
Oh,
He is objectively a very handsome man.
he is.
I'm straight. I have no interest in men sexually at all. I have no problem saying that because he is objectively a very handsome man.
Yeah.
That's just true.
Yeah, that's just fact.
Yeah. He is objectively a very handsome man.
Yeah.
Honestly, anyone who has trouble saying that about another human being is weird. Like, because you can look at a person and be like, that's a good-looking person.
Yeah.
Like,
One trend that I always thought was very weird was the no homo thing that happened back in like the early to mid 2000s.
which you don't have to say it out
fucking-
loud.
I
Like,
shouldn't have to say that. I mean, like, when it comes from me, it's 100% yes, homo. If I am complimenting
well, also,
another woman or a female presenting person, that is 100% me
it's
being
not
gay.
a get out of jail free card. You can't be like,
No.
halfway through blowing a dude and then be like, no homo. Like, it just, no.
Yeah. Well,
like,
if they're doing that, it's that's more what's happening. You can't be halfway through blowing a dude. Like,
oh, God. Yes. Correct. Like,
because I don't know, at that point, it's pretty homo.
Like-
Like,
it was the stupidest trend, guys, with like,
oh, that hat looks real good. No homo. Fuck it. Just say the hat looks nice.
yeah.
Who cares?
I did have this was so weird. This was a few months ago. I was out at a bar with some friends, and a buddy of mine was gonna leave, and I got up, gave him a big hug,
Yeah. And
and he went to leave.
okay.
And someone at the other end of the bar was like, "That's gay." I'm like,
Hugging another human being is gay? Damn. I mean, like, I already knew I was, but like, damn. That just solidifies it.
like I was saying goodbye to another human being with physical contact that did not involve our genitals. Like, I gave the man a hug. What? Huh? And of course, the bartender, yelled at him, and he was like, "Well," and just stopped talking because he was old and people are stupid.
That's gay.
But like,
Okay.
yeah. Also, like, what is it, 1994?
Right.
Like, good lord. Okay, just for reference, Lil and I are both 38 now.
38.
Yeah.
I am 38 now.
Yeah. So, I mean, good God, raise your hand if you had a No Fear T-shirt as a kid. Yeah, not by choice.
We're not talking about it.
I was little. My mom bought it for me. But we're old. We remember a lot of these trends.
Yeah.
Like, and
Very vividly.
I remember. Was it? I think it was a big deal when like some TV shows had like a lesbian kiss, like two women would kiss on the show, and it would be like a huge deal, and I'm like, is it though? Like,
Well, I mean, people still make a big deal. So, good example, on The Walking Dead, there were a couple of gay
Lil's
couples.
obsessed with The Walking Dead.
It's true.
by
I
the way.
am. It's true.
How excited are you for the Daryl Goes to France thing?
Oh, that already ended, and I
Oh.
have not watched a single episode yet.
I didn't even know it started. Sorry. I keep
I
seeing ads for it on
I watched the
YouTube.
I watched the Negan and Maggie one, which I loved, and I'm very excited for season 2. And I'm really looking forward to the Rick and Michonne spinoff. That one's going to be a lot of fun. I didn't really care that Daryl got a spinoff because I
Honestly,
don't really like Daryl.
Hillbilly Goes to France is a great concept.
Right.
Like,
I love Norman Reedus. I don't like the character of Daryl. Am I going to watch it? Yeah, probably. Now that it's over, I can binge it.
Yep.
And I'm just going to do that.
yep.
But
Yep.
like the other ones, I'm going to watch weekly because I love them. So that's not the point.
Yeah.
But on The Walking Dead, there were a couple of gay couples, including Aaron and his husband,
Yes.
Eric. So Aaron, who is played by the marvelous, amazing, wonderful, handsome, beautiful, incredible person, Ross Marquand.
He's damn good.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I also just have a very big soft spot for him because he's always so nice to me when I see him at cons. We're married. And yes, he does know that. He is aware because he drew me a heart and it's now tattooed on my side. So
I mean,
we're married.
by that logic, you're also married to Stan Lee because his signature is tattooed on you.
Well, he is dead, so that's weird. Anyway,
Rest in peace, you legend.
R.I.P. So he plays the character of Aaron, and his husband Eric show up in season 4 when they go to Alexandria, and there was this huge thing because they kissed on the show, and people were like, well, how am I going to explain homosexuality to my kids? I don't know. You explain that two people sometimes love each other and sometimes they're of the same sex.
If you can figure out how to explain religion to your kids, you can figure out homosexuality.
But also, why is that your concern about a show about zombies?
Yeah. Like,
There are people literally getting ripped apart, and you're concerned about a gay kiss? Like, y'all, calm the fuck down.
Yeah.
Also, maybe your 7-year-old should not be watching The Walking Dead.
probably.
I'm just throwing that out there. It is not that deep. It's not that deep. Stop it. Who gives a shit?
It will always boggle my mind. Like I mean, well, one, let's go ahead and lay this out there just because people seem to be confused. If two male actors, play a gay couple on TV, they are not necessarily gay in real life.
That's very true.
They are actors playing a part.
Yes.
They're pretending. That's what they do.
It's make-believe.
Kind of like what we were saying earlier about porn. It's acting. It's entertainment. They're playing a role.
Correct.
And even if they're not, actually the best example of this, a man named Hal Sparks.
Yes, he was on Queer as Folk.
Yes, he was. And he was brilliant.
He was spectacular.
He's also a stand-up comic who's very funny.
He's wonderful. I love him.
He's fucking hilarious. He's not gay.
No, he's very much not gay.
He played a gay man on Queer as Folk, and he played it confidently. He played it well. He played it to the point where actually people really
Thought
did
he was
think
gay.
he was gay because he's a performer. That was his job.
And and that show did not go. It went off on the sex scenes.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
intense.
They
It was
didn't hold back.
essentially softcore.
They didn't hold back.
No.
Yeah. And this is something we have to remind people of, which is hilarious. They're acting, they're performing, and here's a fun little thing about Hollywood for you. Last several years, Hollywood has started using things called intimacy coordinators. Basically, their job is to choreograph the spicy scenes. I will link to one who does a lot of stuff on Instagram on this video. She's actually delightful. One of their jobs is to choreograph the scene, but the other part of their job is to ensure comfort and consent between the actors and the crew.
Yeah, because the crew is watching.
People forget the crew is there. Like, you can't just spring a sex scene on the crew if they weren't expecting to come into work and see that day. So
That's a naked butt.
Yeah, there has to be consent from the crew and the cast. They actually do work that out, and there are very strict rules about simulated sexual content on TV and movies, even in actors' contracts. And those rules are there for a reason.
Yep.
But like we said, these are actors. Just because someone plays someone who's gay does not mean they are. They are shooting a scene for entertainment purposes. Someone can watch it, and that's it. Then they go back to their normal lives. Guys, I have bad news for you. Jennifer Lawrence didn't actually participate in the Hunger Games. Sorry. It's a movie.
It's what?
It's not real. So people get all bent out of shape at that. I'm like, guys, you willingly watch people get ripped apart in like violent, detailed, gory stuff. But two dudes kiss and now you're mad? Huh?
Yeah.
Like, it makes no sense.
Well, I mean, and that also goes back to like people who take a lot of like media too seriously.
Yeah.
Like,
which affects how people interact with like potential dating partners.
yeah, well, so
badly.
For example, the Star is Born remake with Lady Gaga and
honestly, she's a wonderful performer. Like,
I love her.
And
Bradley Cooper. So a lot of
so
people,
is he.
yeah, he's incredible.
Good shout to Bradley Cooper. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Seriously, one of my favorite actors to watch. The man really does
lovely.
a brilliant job with everything.
Yeah, he's great. But they, like, people in real life were like shipping them together, and I'm like, yo, he has a baby mama.
Yeah.
And they were together at the time of the filming of the movie. They're no longer together, as far as I know. And then Lady Gaga was with somebody, and I'm like, yo, they have their own separate relation. Just because
they have their own lives,
they meshed well on screen, doesn't mean that can go. Just because, okay. And I think a lot of it stems from the fact that like Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt got together after Mr. and Mrs. Smith, and I'm like, okay, but that's different because they happened to not be in happy situations at the time.
That's also not common. Like,
it's not common. Don't do that.
See, okay.
First of all, your parasocial relationship with these people is already weird.
Yeah.
Second of all, maybe mind your fucking business.
Here's a much more concrete example. So I know that if you're watching this right now, you would assume that Lil and I are good friends and spend a lot of time together.
Oh no, I hate him.
No.
This is where we spend time together.
We're performing.
Yeah, I
mean,
don't like him.
Like 60% performing. We're using examples from our real lives,
Yeah,
obviously.
yeah, of course.
Yeah.
But like, I don't actually like Will.
Yeah. I'm not her biggest fan either.
Their biggest fan?
Damn it, I did it again.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. I'm going to leave that one in.
Yeah, it's fine.
They go by they, them.
Normalize correcting people on pronouns.
I met them when they went by she, her.
Yes.
Occasionally I fuck it up.
Which was over a decade ago. So
yeah, good God.
In his defense.
Yeah. So occasionally I fuck it up. It happens.
That's okay.
They call me on it. I correct it.
Yeah.
That's how it should be. Like,
no big deal.
Yeah.
I'm not actually mad about it. I don't care.
This is actually one thing that I've actually always appreciated you. When you changed your preferred pronouns, you really were like, no, I'll just correct you. And it's not a big deal.
No, it's not a big deal.
What you said about people shipping characters and like, how the parasocial relationship between like fans and actors. How people interact in TV and movies, how they date in TV movies, how they have relationships in TV movies should not inform your actual in-person, everyday, other human beings' dating life.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Because what you see on screen is so condensed and so written for others to watch. That's not how you should form your dating life. And this is actually why you'll see like TikTok trends, like, like loyalty tests, crap like that.
Oh God.
And
stop it. Stop doing that.
It's just immature as shit. It's just so stupid. Like, I'll be perfectly honest. If I were dating a woman and she pulled one of those, which they're not hard to spot, all of a sudden her friend who barely talks to me is hurling herself at me. Come on.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna, 1, pass the test, and 2, dump that woman.
Yeah, because that's fucking weird. Don't do that.
It's manipulative as shit. And
yes,
this is my other problem with a lot of social media about dating. Dating is a partnership.
Mm-hmm.
It is two people agreeing to essentially staple their lives together for however long they want to.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm dating someone, and I think a lot of people would agree with me in this, I would like a partner, someone who brings something to the table, to the relationship. Now, I don't mean they have to bring monetary assets or physical assets.
No.
I mean they have to, and I mean
just carry your own weight.
Yeah, they have to bring something of positive value to the relationship. And I'm sorry, but any woman looks at me and goes, "Well, what I bring a relationship is me." I'm like, that's not enough. There has to be
No.
more than that. You have to be more than just look at me, I'm hot. No, that's not enough. There has to
No.
be intellectual stimulation. You have to be
Absolutely.
willing to, wash a dish. Not asking for you to clean my apartment, but if you happen to make some dirty dishes, fucking clean them.
Yeah.
Like a normal human being. Not asking for a lot here. And I do know some guys who are dating women who basically are dating them so they never have to have jobs again.
Oh God. Yeah.
If they're happy in that arrangement, good for them. And I will not judge. Yeah, not gonna judge at all if that's what they wanted.
If that is your arrangement from the get-go,
Yeah,
then sure, whatever.
absolutely. And you know
But-
what? Actually, one of my friends in particular, that is their arrangement, and it was something that they talked about on their first date.
One is the sugar mama, sugar daddy, whatever.
Well, I mean,
Or
he makes a genuinely stupid amount of money, and I mean, he couldn't spend it all in 2 lifetimes if he tried. Like, he's financially set. The fact that she wants to have a comfortable life, he can easily provide that for her. He's happy to,
well, that's great.
and she's a genuinely good person.
That is great.
And they agreed
Love that.
on that arrangement up front. So I have no issue with
Oh,
that at all.
that's fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's one thing. If that's something that you discuss from the get-go, and that's something like one of you is financially set, and the other one is like, look, here's the thing. I'm happy to work if I need to, but I would really rather like be at home and be able to do things that I enjoy.
She likes to focus on her painting.
And that's great.
She's a wonderful. She's becoming a wonderful painter. She's learning, and she spends her days doing that, and she loves it.
Yeah.
And honestly, if I could spend my days just focusing on my writing or playing guitar, I would. Like,
Yeah.
I'd love to do that. Unfortunately, I have to, go to work.
Right. If I could just, spend my time getting better at aerials. For the record, I am a fitness instructor as a side job.
Clearly not my fitness instructor, obviously. But
No. Absolutely not.
sorry, the joke was there. and if it's self-deprecating, I'm gonna go for it. Like, I
Right?
just cannot stop myself.
But, if I could just focus on that, if I could focus on, literally any other things that I enjoy
Yeah.
and not have to worry about the money aspect of things, that would be great.
Yeah.
Is that something that's ever going to happen for me? No, because apparently I like poor people.
Yeah. you and I are in
So
the
if
same
I
boat on
ever
that
start
one.
dating somebody and they don't have money, you know damn well it wasn't for the money.
This is actually one thing. This is so there are a lot of dating trends that bother me. I say trends like a boomer, but I'm 38. I'm allowed.
You're a geriatric millennial.
Yeah. Or to quote one of my favorite comics, it's the elder millennial.
That's what we are. Yeah, we're
Yeah.
elder millennial, but I heard the term geriatric
I fucking
millennial
love that,
recently,
by the way.
and I went, "Oh, that makes me feel bad about myself." Thank you for reminding me that I'm fucking
Yeah.
old. Which 38 isn't even that old.
Well, okay. 38 is not that old until your hair starts doing this to you.
Yeah,
Once-
I don't know if
once you
mine is. I color it too much.
Honestly, I was gonna say, how long have you and I known each other for? Like 10, 12 years, 15 maybe.
Probably 15 at
Yeah.
this point.
If you put a gun to my head and asked me what your natural hair color was, nope, just pull the trigger. I have
No,
no
that's
idea.
fair. That's fair.
I
I
have
barely
no
know what
idea.
it is.
No clue. I don't think I've ever seen you have the same hair color 2 visits in a row.
Unless I just colored it. Yeah.
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 Like, yeah, no idea. You could be a ginger for all I know. I have no idea. Like,
I would love that.
but no, one of the dating things that I keep seeing, and okay, clearly I'm going to talk about things that I see women doing wrong because I'm just usually I'm on the receiving end of that.
Mm-hmm.
I will, however, call it men who do stupid shit too, which is coming up here in a second. I'm 5'9". I'm not tall.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care about being tall, and I also don't care if anyone I'm dating is taller than me. Genuinely couldn't give a shit.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't matter. A buddy of mine's 5'5". He's dating a woman who's flat-footed, 6 foot. Like, And
love the short kings.
and they've been together for like 5 years.
That's
I'm
amazing.
I'm going to their wedding in 2 weeks. I'm super excited for it.
I
Like,
love it.
yeah,
That's got to be cute as shit.
it's gonna be so much fun. They're like just the two of the most fun people you've ever met.
I love it.
I'm so excited for this.
That's amazing.
But I have had women straight up look me up and down in public and go, I don't date short dudes. And then all 5'1" of their ass will wander off. And I'm like, but you're a munchkin. Like, what the, huh? Like,
are you off to see the wizard?
yeah, like here's a fun statistical moment for you. I don't know, these numbers aren't precise. If a woman wants a guy who's over 6'2", you've already cut your dating pool down by about, I'd say, 80%.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
If you want a guy who's 6'2" or taller and makes over 6 figures a year,
Good luck.
You've cut the remaining pool by 90%. If you want a guy who's 6'2", makes over 6 figures a year, and is now single, there's like, your option is like one dude somewhere in like Denver or some shit, and he's got 9 women chasing him every minute of every day. And you who live in a rented apartment near a college and have half of an associate's degree are not going to be in that pack.
Did you just describe yourself?
Yeah, I need descriptors. I actually do have 2 college degrees, but yeah, I do live near university. I need descriptors. But like seriously, he's gonna be chased by women who are driven, who are highly successful.
Yeah.
And when you walk up to him and go, "Hi, I'm a server at an Applebee's," he's gonna be like, "Cool, bring me fucking potato skins," and that's gonna be the end of that. Like,
margarita and potato skins, please.
Yeah. And I will absolutely say that there are a lot of men in this world who have equally unrealistic standards.
Oh my God. The standards that some men have
are genuinely bananas.
And the thing is, these are men that have no fucking business having high standards like that.
You know
I'm
what?
like, you are 325 pounds.
Honestly,
and you live in your mom's basement.
I have no issue with anyone who has crazy high standards as long as you're realistic about them.
Here's the thing. There is a difference between having high standards and unrealistic standards.
Yes.
High standards are good. High standards, like someone who has a job, someone
Everyone
who takes
should
care
be
of
picky.
themselves. Yes.
You should be picky.
Yeah. Like, and the older you get, you definitely should be pickier. Like, but you should demand that somebody have a job.
Yeah.
Somebody who, they don't have to live on their own because times are hard. Have you seen this economy?
Yeah. It's
hard.
Constantly chasing me around the bat.
Yeah,
So,
exactly. So like, but somebody who has a job, has their own car, can be responsible with bills, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, having those standards is not a bad thing. But having physical standards, like, this person must be over 5'10". This person must be under this weight. This person must
See,
shut up.
most guys will say something to the effect of, if she can have a height requirement, I can have a cup size requirement. And
Or
you know
a
what?
weight requirement.
And you know what? They're both equally stupid.
It's very stupid. I don't care personally when it comes to height in men and in women, for that matter. I don't care.
Well, I think you and I have hit that magical age where we're right in that like sweet spot of dating could still be a thing, but we have honed our requirements for a partner, and these are not requirements that we're gonna bend on. For example, when I was in my early 20s, it meant as long as she was pretty and willing and over 18, like
and had a pulse.
yeah, and like because I was like 21, 22, and all I was after was like one night stands and casual flings, like
Sure.
short-term dating.
Yeah.
But I'm 38. At this point, I want a partner who has a job, has their own place to live, and I don't like roommates is fine, but like lives somewhere where they pay bills.
Yeah.
Someone who is actually responsible enough to pay bills. I want a partner who actually lives life without having to wait for someone else to hand it to her. And I know a lot of women who are basically sitting there waiting for, sugar daddy to roll in and hand them whatever they want.
I wouldn't hate having a sugar daddy, but
I wouldn't hate having a sugar daddy.
I want a sugar daddy. I want a sugar daddy that doesn't require sugar.
Yep.
So like, if I could just text him and be like, "Hey, how was your day?" And they say, It was pretty all right. You're pretty. Here's $2,000. I would love that.
Honestly,
like, if I
I
could
would
just
love
get
that.
by on that, that would be honestly one of my favorite things.
I would love that. Like, that'd be great.
Yeah. That's never going to happen because unfortunately sugar daddies require sugar and I don't want to give it to them.
Yeah. Well, this is
So.
and like I was saying, it's good to be picky. You should have requirements
Yeah.
of your partner.
Of course.
These requirements should not be now. Okay,
They need to be reasonable.
I do know a few women who are taller, 5'10", 5'11", who want to date a taller guy because it makes them feel more feminine. You know what?
That's fair.
I get that. I absolutely understand that. That's reasonable. If you just want a taller guy, congratulations. 5'10" is taller than 5'9".
Right. Well, the thing is, like, I'm all of 5'3". I have no business telling a man they need to be taller.
Yeah.
Like, I'm tiny.
Yeah.
I fit in most overhead compartments. I can actually put myself in the fetal position into a very large suitcase and be comfortable. I am small.
So you're telling me I could honestly check you as baggage?
Probably. I mean, like, I would probably freeze to death, but yes.
I mean, worth it for the test. Like,
Wow.
put you in there with a coat and some oxygen. You're fine.
But I'm small. I have no business telling a shorter dude like, no, sorry, I'm not interested because you're not tall. I don't care. I genuinely do not care how
Yeah.
tall a person is.
I don't honestly because I'm according to my GP, I am exactly average height for an adult male.
Oh, good for you.
Cool.
Congrats.
Not information that I needed, but he felt like sharing.
I mean, the average height for a man in the United States
5'9",
is 5'9".
5'9.25". Yeah.
Yeah.
I couldn't care less because it just doesn't matter to me. Like, I think people say, well, wouldn't it be weird to date a woman who's 6 foot? And said, why? Like, I mean, I've got 2 cabinets in my kitchen that I don't use because I can reach them, but they're technically a little bit behind my fridge. So to get to me is a little bit awkward.
Yeah.
I don't use them because I'm honestly not tall enough to comfortably reach up there. I'd start using them, like because I'd have someone around who could actually easily reach them.
Mm-hmm.
It would not make anything worse in any way.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be awkward. It might be awkward for people around us, which fuck them, who cares? But it wouldn't make me feel less masculine. People's height is just people's height.
I think the difference there, though, is that you are comfortable enough in your own masculinity and yourself that height for a partner does not matter.
I couldn't care less. Now, I will be honest. There are some physical bonuses to a smaller partner.
Sure.
Absolutely. Do I know if there are physical bonuses to a taller partner? No. Never dated a woman who was significantly taller than me.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly because most women aren't over, was it like 5'10", 5'11" is like tall for a woman?
It is.
Yeah.
I think the average height for a woman is about 5'5".
Yeah. So my odds of meeting a woman who are like 5'7" and under are probably better than meeting a woman who's like 5'10" and over. I've never dated a woman who's significantly taller than me. I have no idea if I'd like it or not.
Mm-hmm. But you're not opposed to it.
I guarantee you it would not stop me from trying.
Yeah,
Like,
you're not against it.
I don't care.
Yeah.
Expectations when you're dating are fine. Like like everyone should be picky about their partners. You should be able to look at someone and go, "Hey, so this is the general outline of the
Yes.
person I want." But if that general outline includes a specific height, specific weight, specific cup size, income,
Yeah.
living situation, then no, you are
Yeah.
one. You're just statistically limiting yourself,
Right.
which is idiotic. But you're making yourself seem terrible to everyone around you.
Right.
Like,
Like I said, it's good to have standards. I think those are really important. But like, I feel like your standards should be more along the lines of like, does this person have a job? Can they take care of
does
themselves?
this person make me laugh?
Do they make me laugh?
Like, yeah.
Are they a good human being?
Yeah.
Do they not treat me like shit? Those should be your expectations
Yep.
and your standards for people. Not I want them to be 6'2", 185 pounds,
Six-figure income.
six-figure income, a
have to
Lamborghini,
own at least 2 houses.
Yeah,
Like,
like no, those are not good standards to have because it's fucking stupid, and also you're limiting yourself.
And honestly, guys, tip for you: I look like this. I'm not the first dude that straight women look at and go, I want him. No. But I'm funny.
You are funny.
That gets me through more doors than you'd think.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, my eyes were closed most of the time. So
when people laugh, they close their eyes.
therefore, they can't focus on what you look like. Hence why I'm so funny.
No, it's honestly, sense of humor in a partner is more important to me than anything.
Oh,
I
yeah.
want to be able to laugh with somebody.
Oh, yeah.
I want to be able to tell stupid jokes. For example, I dated a woman when I was mid-20s. She's actually still good friends. One of her, it's not you. Calm down.
We didn't date.
No, we really didn't.
You tried, and I went, you're funny.
Yeah, I am funny.
I
One of
came here for sex. Bye.
We did that a lot too. One of my ex's favorite jokes was, "What's the difference between a bad golfer and a bad skydiver?" A bad golfer goes whack, oh no, and a bad skydiver goes, oh no, whack. It's a very stupid joke. Like, it's an incredibly stupid joke, but it cracks me the fuck up every time.
That's really good. That's really good.
It's so dumb. It's great. That's what I mean by a sense of humor. I want to be able to tell dumb jokes. Like, I want somebody who laughs at dumb jokes like that.
Yeah.
And that's the kind of thing that people should prioritize in a partner. Personality compatibility. Do you make each other laugh? Do you have like generally the same like interests? You don't need to be into all the same things.
No, if you're into all the same things, then you're never going to get time alone, and that's fucking dumb.
Yeah. And to be honest, you really should have your own interests. Like, you should have your own stuff. But you should find someone whose personality is compatible with you more than their bank account, more than what car they drive, what house they own. I could meet if the world's most gorgeous woman with a 8-figure a year salary and houses on 3 continents and 10 cars and were to somehow want to date me. This is clearly a hypothetical. But she had the personality of a tree stump, I would say no. Because there's no positive there for me. That's cool. I'm in Ibiza, I guess. That's fun, but you're awful. So like this is not good. Like
worst.
And this is actually why Lil and I agreed that a like dating and relationship podcast might be a good idea, because a lot of this stuff people get offended when you tell them. And I mean, to be honest, we don't really give a shit if we offend anybody. So
I don't care. I'm not saying anything actually offensive. So
if you're upset by anything we just said, it's because we called out a bad habit of yours or a bad personality trait of yours, and you feel kind of put on the spot about it.
Yeah.
And that's on you.
I'm not going to apologize for your toxic trait.
And that's actually going to be our next episode. We're going to go through a lot of toxic traits that people have in dating, and some of them you may not even people may not even realize.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times you don't know something is a toxic trait till someone tells you.
Yeah.
And shit, I've done that. I've been a teenager. I'm sure I was a nightmare to date. I'm sure I was awful.
I'm still a nightmare.
You just not just in dating, like
no,
always.
just in general. I'm just everyone's nightmare.
Yeah.
So,
but you don't know something you're doing is bad until someone
points
says,
it out.
And hopefully, when someone points it out, you go, "Oh fuck, I see.
Mm-hmm.
Oh damn. Okay, I'll try to grow as a person and do better."
Right.
But we're going to cover some of those toxic traits and some stories and comments that that some of our friends are leaving us for the first few episodes. Give you guys a chance to like catch up and leave comments.
Yeah.
And to be honest, some of the stuff that my friends submitted, I cannot. Some of it I can't use.
Oh my god.
There are a couple examples that very much cannot be used. One of them I'm pretty sure was illegal.
Oh god. Who are you friends with?
Again,
Criminals.
can't say that out loud.
Criminals. Criminals.
Yeah, one of them I read and I was like, you might have confessed to a crime. I'm honestly not sure. And it came from the person that you least expect.
Oh boy.
I'm just like, wow, you're. Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure that was illegal.
I don't know what to do with this information. You have changed my opinion of you, and I am confused. But yeah, next what we're gonna do is toxic traits. And seriously, comments, stories,
Please.
anonymity is always protected.
Yes, and we do have a Patreon that you can send messages to, or you can follow us on Instagram at BabbleandBS, and feel free to send me messages there.
You'll be talking to Lil because, let's be honest,
I'm the social media
they're
one.
they're the funny one.
It's true. I'm hilarious.
There are also tiers on our Patreon, so you can get video if you're just listening to this on Apple Podcast or probably Spotify. You will be able to get video of these on our Patreon. There's also going to be eventually some merch and links to all of our other Babble and Bullshit topics, because there are many.
Yeah. Welcome to the Babble and Bullshit Network, y'all.
Yeah, it's going to get weird. But
We're only here for a short time, and I want to get weird with it.
I mean, seriously, mission accomplished. You've done that.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty good at that.
So here's just a fun little story about Lil. Don't worry, nothing that you wouldn't mind
Tell
them knowing.
myself.
Years and years ago, Lil went to, where'd you meet Stanley?
Chicago.
Yeah. And after Lil met Stanley, they texted me, very excited, said, I met Stan Lee, which, shit, I'd be excited by that. And then I got a picture of Stanley's signature.
On my arm.
Yeah. I said, that's really cool. He signed your arm. And the text I got back was, I'm going to get it tattooed. Did you have a tattoo artist in mind when you went to the...
No, I just went and found one in
Google
Chicago.
the nearest tattoo.
Yeah, I was like, I just
Yep.
need to find one. And
Yep.
when I asked Stanley to sign my arm, he was like, he's like, you want me to sign your arm? And I said, yeah, I want to get it tattooed underneath my Spider-Man. And he was just like, okay. And he signed it, and he like went real big with it. He's like, is that going to be big enough? Because since you're getting it tattooed. And I'm like, yeah, no, that's perfect. Because in my brain, I'm just going, Stan Lee is touching me.
That was actually the first text you sent. It wasn't tattoo. It was Stan Lee touched me. And I was like... How?
I cried a lot after that.
Like that text without context can go so many ways. I was just like, what?
Yeah, in hindsight.
Clarification
In
might
retrospect.
be, like now I'm just curious. What the like
In hindsight and retrospect, yeah, I could have worded that better.
you were so excited. I'm surprised you could figure out how to text. Like
I was crying a lot afterwards. Because I've been a fan of his since I was a wee bab, and so that was very exciting for me.
anyone who's not a fan of Stan Lee is clearly damaged in some way or another.
Yeah, you're probably stupid. So
How not to alienate fans 101. But yeah, so please feel free to join us for the next episode. You can find us on Apple Podcasts, on Spotify, on our Patreon,
on YouTube.
YouTube will be... YouTube likes to demonetize, so these will be bleeped and shortened.
Yeah.
And
If you like curse words,
yeah,
like fuck, shit, cunt, bitch, all of that, maybe don't go on YouTube.
also, if you enjoy those words, George Carlin is a comedian you should look into
Yeah.
because he is phenomenal.
He was great.
Yeah. But yeah, please join us for our next episode. We're really glad you're with us today, and we will see you guys next time.
Bye.